You just stepped off the bus, the doors hiss shut behind you, and that familiar, sick feeling hits you like a freight train. You pat your pockets. You check your bag. You spin around in a little circle on the sidewalk like a confused golden retriever. And then it dawns on you. Your phone, wallet, keys, entire life is still sitting on that seat, riding off into the sunset without you. First of all, breathe. You are not alone. This happens to millions of people every single year. And the good news is that getting your stuff back is absolutely possible. The better news is that I am here to walk you through exactly what to do, step by step, so you can stop panicking and start problem solving. Welcome back, beautiful people. Today we are talking about one of the most universally relatable transit experiences known to humankind: losing something on the bus. We're covering what people most commonly leave behind, why it happens, and most importantly, the exact process for tracking your precious belongings down and getting them back. Let's do this. Before we get into recovery mode, let's take a moment to appreciate just how creative people get when it comes to forgetting things on public transit. Because it is not just phones and umbrellas, folks. Oh no, lost and found departments at transit agencies have seen things. The usual suspects. Let's start with the classics. The items that show up in lost and found bins so regularly, they practically have their own reserved spots. Phones are the undisputed champion of lost bus items. We are all so attached to our phones that you'd think losing one would be impossible. And yet, the moment you get distracted by your stop, a phone call, or just the general chaos of existing, that phone slides right off the seat and nestles into the gap between the cushions like it was always meant to live there. Wallets and purses come in at a very close second. You pull out your transit card, tuck your wallet back in your bag carelessly. The bag tips over, and suddenly your entire financial identity is making new friends on the 745 to downtown. Keys, house keys, car keys, that mysterious key you've had for 6 years and have absolutely no idea what it opens. These fall out of pockets with shocking regularity. Losing your keys on the bus is particularly stressful because it involves a cascading series of other problems. Can't get in the house, can't drive the car, can't open the mysterious door. A whole afternoon ruined. Umbrellas deserve their own special mention. They are statistically one of the most left-behind items on public transit worldwide. There is something about the act of opening and closing an umbrella, sitting down, and then getting distracted that makes people leave them behind at an almost Olympic level. London's Transport for London Lost and Found reportedly collects thousands of umbrellas every single year. Thousands! Umbrella companies must love rainy days and public transit equally. Laptops and tablets, your entire work life, your creative projects, your Netflix downloads. Left behind usually when commuters are exhausted, rushing, or both. Glasses and sunglasses, because when you take them off and set them on the seat next to you, they blend into the universe. Baby items, strollers, diaper bags, toys, stuffed animals. Parents are superheroes managing approximately 47 things at once, and sometimes a beloved stuffed elephant named Gerald gets left behind. Gerald deserves to come home. The legendary weird stuff. And then, because people are wonderfully, magnificently strange, there are the items that make lost and found staff stop and stare. Transit agencies around the world have reported recovering prosthetic limbs, wedding dresses, stuffed animals, full sets of luggage, musical instruments, and, I am not making this up, an entire wedding cake. Someone left a wedding cake on a bus. We don't have time to unpack all of that, but we respect the chaos. The point is, if you've lost something on a bus, no matter how big, small, weird, or sentimental, there is absolutely a process for trying to get it back. And here it is. You've just realized something is missing. Here is your step-by-step game plan. The single most important thing you can do is act immediately. The faster you move, the better your chances. Lost items on buses go through a specific process. Driver finds it, reports it, it gets collected and logged. And the sooner you're in that system, the sooner your item can be matched to you. Every hour you wait is an hour your phone is making new friends without you. This sounds obvious, but in the post-panic haze, people often blank on the details. You need to know, or figure out, the bus route number, the direction you were traveling, and the approximate time you were on board. Check your transit app or card history if you have one. Most digital fare systems log your trips, which gives you a timestamp and route that is incredibly helpful when filing a report. If you paid cash and have no record, think hard. What time did you board? Where were you coming from? What stop did you get off at? Write it all down. Every major transit agency has a lost and found department, and this is your first and most important phone call. Don't wait until tomorrow. Don't assume someone will magically mail it to you. Call them. Transit agencies like the MTA in New York, the MBTA in Boston, the CTA in Chicago, Transport for London, and virtually every major system worldwide have dedicated lost property offices with staff whose entire job is reuniting people with their belongings. When you call, be ready to provide the route number, the date and time of travel, a description of the item, and your contact information. The more specific you are, the better. "I lost a black phone" is less helpful than "I lost a black iPhone 14 in a blue case with a cracked corner on Route 42 northbound at approximately 8:15 a.m. on Tuesday." Most modern transit agencies also have online lost and found portals where you can submit a report digitally. This is incredibly useful because it creates a formal record of your claim, and staff can match your description against items that have been turned in, even after the fact. Some systems, like Transport for London, have sophisticated online tracking tools that let you check the status of your report. Go to your transit agency's official website, find the Lost and Found section, and fill out that form in as much detail as possible. Here's a pro tip that most people don't know. At the end of every route, buses return to a central depot or garage. Items found on buses are typically brought back to that depot before they make their way to the central Lost and Found office. If you act quickly enough, calling the specific depot that services your route can sometimes get you a faster answer. And in some cases, staff can pull the item before it even enters the formal Lost and Found process. Ask your transit agency which depot handles your route and make that call. Lost and Found processing takes time. Drivers collect items at the end of their shift. Items are logged and sorted. It can take anywhere from 24 hours to several days for an item to be officially entered into the system. So if your first call comes up empty, don't give up. Call back the next day. Check the online portal again. Persistence absolutely pays off, and transit staff genuinely want to help reunite people with their belongings. If calling and online reporting haven't produced results after a few days, go in person. Bring identification, a description of your item, and any proof of ownership you have. A photo of yourself with the item, a receipt, anything that helps establish it's yours. In-person visits often move things along faster because you become a real human face rather than a form in a database. Lost and Found staff are people too, and showing up with a polite, friendly attitude goes a long, long way. This one is a modern bonus strategy. Many transit agencies are active on social media platforms like X, formerly Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. A polite direct message or public post, tagging the transit agency describing your lost item, has worked for plenty of people. Transit social media teams are often surprisingly responsive. It doesn't replace the official process, but it doesn't hurt to try every avenue available to you. Before we wrap up, can I give you just a tiny bit of unsolicited but deeply loving advice? The best lost and found story is the one you never have to tell. Get into the habit of doing a quick sweep every single time you stand up to exit the bus. Phones, keys, bags, umbrellas, stuffed elephants named Gerald. One 5-second check before you step off that bus can save you an entire afternoon of stress. Set a reminder in your phone if you have to. Make it a ritual. Your future self will thank you enormously. So, there you have it, friends. Losing something on the bus is stressful. It happens to the best of us, and it is absolutely not the end of the world. Because transit lost and found departments are more organized, more helpful, and more dedicated than most people ever realize. Act fast, be specific, be persistent, and be kind to the staff helping you. More often than not, you will get your stuff back. And if you do get that phone or wallet or mysterious wedding cake returned to you, pay it forward. If you ever find something left on a bus, turn it in. Be someone else's happy ending. If this video helped you out, please hit that like button, subscribe for more transit tips and fun, and drop a comment below telling me the wildest thing you've ever left behind somewhere. I know you have a story. We all have a story. Until next time, hold on to your belongings, hold on to each other, and I'll see you on the next one.